Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit of a different video. I'm just gonna kind of take you along with me. I'm gonna get this room cleaned up. I'm gonna do what I have to get done. I'm gonna kind of give you a little bit of a story time while I'm doing so, because this video is going up Monday, and the last video I had go up was last Monday. So let's jump right in. Okay, so a little bit of the backstory. Memorial Day weekend, my brother took my grandpa fishing. He slipped and fell while they were walking back to the car. He managed to get up and walk back to the car, made it down the hill. It was sore, limping a little bit, but we didn't think anything of it, no big deal. Gradually, it got worse. So, June 13th, my brother said, okay, you know what, screw this, you're not sitting here anymore, because he got to the point where he was just sitting there. So they took him to an orthopedic urgent care that we have in the area, got his hip x-rayed. My brother calls me and goes, he broke his hip, he has to have a hip replacement, they're sending us to the ER. And that is what transpired this mess. Well, part of it. And yeah, so I'm going to clean this up. While I'm cleaning this up, I'm going to tell you the rest of this story. Okay, so the reason I had such a mess in my room was because after I got the call from my brother saying, hey, they're sending us to the ER, my first thought was, okay, I need to go home, switch out what I had packed to spend the weekend at my grandpa's house, and go pack a bag for at least a couple of days at the hospital. I packed enough to be at the hospital until Tuesday or Wednesday, just to be safe, because we did not know how long he was going to be in there. Like, we knew for a fact that he was going in Saturday. He was not going to be released Saturday night for anything. So my brother was pretty much told at the orthopedic urgent care, they will do surgery either tomorrow or Monday. So we knew once he got to the ER and got admitted, he was going to be in there quite a while. He ended up being in the hospital until the 19th, which is the day that I filmed this video, because I filmed this video when I got home. I spent that whole week that he was in the hospital with him, mainly because My grandpa does not like hospitals, and I know nobody likes hospitals, but my grandpa really does not like hospitals. He's also really hard of hearing, and there's a whole story behind why he doesn't wear the hearing aids that we got him for Christmas. But yeah, that's beyond the point. But basically, I went to the ER, met my brother and my grandpa. My brother finally decided, you know what, I'm leaving, I'm going home. And I said, yeah, that's fine, go on, go home, I'll stay. Thinking, okay, Sunday he'll be in the hospital, Monday he'll be in the hospital, and we'll get to come home Tuesday. No. Because he ended up having some additional problems with bleeding and his blood being all messed up and everything. Like, he has 2 bleeding disorders, and part of the reason why I'm anemic and my platelets are always out of whack are because it's genetic, and my grandpa has those issues. But never in a million years did we think his blood disorders and his platelets being all messed up would lead to a week in the hospital after hip surgery. But yeah, it did. The other thing that led to the additional time in the hospital, mainly I think though, was because they said partial hip replacement. They said it would take 60 minutes to 90 minutes for the surgery. He went into surgery about 1 o'clock. Yeah, around 1 o'clock on Sunday, and was in surgery until 4. It took 3 hours. I found out that Wednesday, they didn't tell us, they just came out, said surgery went well, he's doing good, he's awake, and he'll be moved up to a room and you can go see him. And at 4 o'clock we got the call, because instead of coming out to talk to us, they called us and said, he's doing good, give him about another 30 minutes to wake up and you can come see him in recovery, and then we'll give him another 30 minutes and they'll move him up to his room. The reason the surgery took 3 hours was because what was supposed to be a partial hip replacement turned into a full hip replacement. But the thing with that is they did not tell us that. I found that out on Wednesday when a doctor came in and was looking at the imaging and everything. So it may have been Tuesday. Yeah, either Tuesday or Wednesday I found out through another doctor who was looking at the imaging that they did full hip replacement because he completely shattered the ball of his femur, and the scraping and the lack of support in that joint led to some damage to the socket in his pelvis. So yeah, it led to a complete hip replacement or a full hip replacement. So, yeah, basically what happened is the damage was just more extensive than what we had expected. So they had to do a full hip replacement, which resulted in another day in the hospital, along with all of the bleeding issues combined with all of his issues with having two bleeding disorders, or two blood disorders, led to them extending his stay until the 19th. But that did help because that gave him more time to work with PT in the hospital before they sent him home. It gave us more time to get stuff ready at his house for him to come home, which worked out very nice. And yeah, we're at this point of he is home, he's doing good. I'm editing this on Sunday night, so hopefully I'll be able to get it up around my normal time on Monday, but we will see. But Monday is his first appointment after being released from the hospital. His post-op appointment is scheduled for June 30th, which is also his birthday. The way we look at this is 7 years ago, right before he turned 70, he was in the hospital for a GI bleed. So it's like, yep, okay, that's one hell of a way to ring in 70 years. And breaking his hip and getting a full hip replacement is one hell of a way to ring in turning 77. So, yeah. Like, you don't want this shit to happen, but when this shit happens to him, it seems to happen, like, right before his birthday. I don't know. I don't get it. But he's home. He's doing good. We'll see what the doctor says, as well as make him a few other appointments, and hopefully we'll be able to get physical therapy set up to come to the house and work with him, because that's the plan, but they just haven't called the schedule yet, and I think it was because he was released on a Friday. So we're going to call and get that set up tomorrow morning, and we're going to go from there, and we're going to get to being Papaw and actually hopefully getting up, moving around, and doing something more than he was before he broke his hip. Even though he did walk on a broken hip for 3 weeks, which we still cannot believe. None of us can believe. And we have a joke in the family, and it's an inside joke. It's about alligator tough. So he is really proven to be alligator tough, especially with walking on a broken hip for 3 weeks. And everybody was like, what the heck? How in the heck did he do that? And we don't know. He doesn't know. And you know what? He did it. His hip is fixed. He's proven to be alligator tough. And he's got an alligator. Now, we got him a stuffed alligator. It was waiting for him when he got home. Because we kept looking in the gift shop. We looked everywhere. Nobody could find a freaking alligator anywhere. So we had to order one off Amazon. But he's got a stuffed alligator to prove he's alligator tough, because, yeah, you have to be to walk around on a broken hip for that long. But basically, that is kind of it for the update on what happened to Papaw, why I missed 2 videos, because Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which are my upload days, I was in the hospital with my Papaw. Monday, there was a video up because it was a pre-recorded video, and yep, it went up anyway, like it was scheduled to do. Wednesday, no video. Friday, there was no video because we were in the hospital all that week. And I stayed with him because, yeah, because he's hard of hearing and because he just doesn't like hospitals. And I don't know, he could not be there by himself. He just couldn't. I've been in the hospital. I don't like being there by myself. And we all kind of decided, you know what? Jamie can stay. Jamie can do it, so that's what we're going to do. And that's kind of why I wanted to film this video, to give this update, and I wanted to do it this way to give you a little bit of motivation as well, to kind of get your shit together, because that's what I'm doing here. I'm getting my shit together after spending a week in the hospital with my grandpa. My room was a mess, not so much like to the point where I had to clean it, but to the point where everything just needed to go back to where it was, because I was in a rush. Saturday when I got that call, I was at my house and at the hospital within an hour and 20 minutes. And that's not easy to do when you have to run home, pack everything, unpack everything, figure out what you're taking, make sure the cats what they need, and then run to the hospital. But I did it. I don't want to do it again. But yeah, I just wanted to get my stuff back together after getting back. Hence, that's why I'm filming this video. I just wanted to get all my meds back together, everything kind of adjusted to where I could take my meds the way I typically do. Here's Rowdy. I needed to fill Etsy orders, which I'm doing here. I needed to put all my clothes away. I needed to figure out what was clean and dirty, and I still have not done laundry. I'm thinking tomorrow I'm going to film a clean and organize with me. Hoping, I'm not saying that's actually going to happen, but I'm hoping it can happen, because I am going with my grandpa tomorrow to his doctor's appointment after being released from the hospital. So, yeah. I don't know. We'll just kind of see what I get done for the next few days, because we're going forth with doing Bryson's 12th birthday party on the 27th, Oh, and I had a shit ton of packages come in while I was at the hospital with Papaw. It was insane. Like, that package came in. I'd already opened that because that came in Saturday. It was sitting on my door when I got home on Saturday. So I'd opened it and got some stuff out of it. And the rest of the stuff was Shein, and yeah, I think the rest of it was Shein. I'd ordered quite a few things from Shein, and they just needed to be unpacked and gone through. I still have not reviewed them or anything, but from what I can tell, everything came in from Shein while I was at the hospital with my grandpa. And mainly what it was some stuff for the girls for fall and winter, and then some new pajamas for me. Because as I was decluttering and reorganizing my clothes, I realized that I needed some new PJs and new PJ sets. So yeah. But I think I'm going to stop talking and play some more music. And I will see you Wednesday for the next video, and hopefully be back to a normal schedule. Okay, so I hope this video gave you a little bit of motivation and helped fill in a little bit of why I missed 2 videos last week. So, yeah, sometimes life is just at the point of so much you just can't help but laugh when it's all over, and I'm at that point. So, I'm ready to take a shower and get the hospital off of me and eat a bite and actually call it a night. So I'm going to close this video out here. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, hit the red subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching, and I'm hoping to be back to my regular schedule this week.